Yeah, for the music we are going to use today, Facebook, please, we need your permission to use them because I did not make the music. So we need your permission, Facebook. And please, my people, share this program, share it, make it go viral. If you are still awake, join and let others to join. But if not, then whenever you wake up and you listen to it, please let other people listen to it too. And we're going to start today by singing the Biafra National Anthem. That's what I will start with. Land of the rising sun, we love and cherished. Beloved home, land of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the price is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hell to be a consecrated nation. O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood will count our privilege. The waving standard which emboldened the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumph from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscattered we'll pass. When we are poised, the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious sign. Our victory with God of might and wrong. O God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to heed the humanist call, to give and not to count the loss each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this clime a land of righteousness. Amen. My people, my Biafran people all over the world, I greet you I thank you. I welcome you to today's broadcast. Today is July 25, 2023, and today is Afo Market Day. And we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to some of us, wherever we may be in this planet Earth at this time of the day. And we encourage you to join, to listen to today's broadcast. As you listen, we encourage you to also let other people listen. Bring people in, encourage them to log in and hear. Share this broadcast today. Share it, make it go viral. Make it reach everybody so that we know what we are doing. And we should not be confused when we say that we are fighting for the restoration of Biafra, for Biafra independence, so that we know what we are engaging ourselves in and why it is necessary that we do what we do. My people, I thank you and I welcome you. Ụmụnne m ndị nwoke na ndị nwanyị, ndị obodo anyị, ụmụ Biafra, ma ndị nọ n'ugwu, ma ndị nọ na ndịda, ma ndị nọ n'ọwụwa anyanwụ, ma ndị nọ n'ebe ochie adakpu. Anyị ekele unu, anyị anabata unu, anyị sị unu na-abịala jisi n'ike ndị ọzọ ka ha soro gekwa na ntị n'ihe anyị na-ekwu n'ụbọchị taa bụ ọgụ mkpụrụ ụbọchị na ise n'ime ọnwa asaa n'afọ puku abụọ iri abụọ na atọ. Puku abụọ iri abụọ na atọ. Anyị ekene unu sunu nnọọ. Ma ya bụ ahịa afọ ka anyị na-asị afọ fọtara anyị ihe ọma, fọtara anyị ndụ, fọtara anyị ọganihu, fọtara anyị mmeri na ọgụ anyị na-alụ. O nwere ndị na-ama na anyị nọ n'ahịa, ma anyị nọ n'ahịa. Afọ fọtara anyị mmeri, fọgbuchia ndị niile na-agba anyị akụ, ndị niile na-esu anyị imi, ndị niile hapụrụ ndị ọjọọ, ndị iro na-achụzi ụmụ Biafra ụbọ. Anyị sị ka afọ fọgbuchicha ha niile n'otu n'otu ma fọnye anyị mmeri. Ise, ise, ise. My people, today, when you look at the topic of today's broadcast, we say a word of advice to Mrs. Uchechi Okukano. It's time that we send her a word of advice because of what happened. The broadcast she made recently, and that broadcast she made, we have to listen to her when I get to that spot, and then also listen to the other people that followed her to make some comments. And then with that, we can let people know what is happening. I don't know why my camera is looking blurry here, because I don't want anybody to say that I'm hiding my face. My face is all over in the internet. My face is all over wherever you want it to be. It's not hidden. This is Mwada Rosemary. Yeah, thank God it came back. This is Mwada Rosemary Williams, aka the Amazon. And I am your sister and your daughter, a true Biafra, a true Igbo blood, And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is my brother and my leader. We all know that. So today, we're sending words of advice to Mrs. Uchechi Okwu Kanu, because sometimes our people says that Uche onye adịghị ya njọ. Uche onye adịghị ya njọ. Uche onye adịghị ya njọ is for somebody who reasoned for himself or by himself or for herself or by herself, and then sleep over something, wake up and say, okay, this is to my own understanding, to the best of my knowledge, this is good, and I'm going to do it. And maybe that person innocently is trying to do something good. Unfortunately, it may be doing good, not knowing that you are doing bad. So today, I want to send a word of advice to her, because her husband, the great leader of the IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is our mentor, our leader, our lecturer. We have been following him. We followed him when he's outside, and we are still following him now that he's in the detention of the DSS in Nigeria. So, and if you have been a true follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and if you have been listening to whatever that he has been telling us and teaching us when he was with us, you will know the truth from false. Because our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, did not work. He never collaborated with the Nigerian government. He never collaborated with the Southeastern governors. He was always calling on them to do what is right, to grant us our referendum, and to take away all the herdsmen out of the Biafra land. He was busy in, reuniting all Biafrans all over Nigeria. Some people who never knew that they were Biafrans, he awoken their consciousness and let them know where they belong. And people woke up, people confessed, and people followed. So when he was out, he never allowed us to allow the Nigerian government to bring their forces in Biafra land, or to bring their herdsmen in Biafra land, or to bring their Boko Haram or Boko Haramists or the ISIS people in Biafra land. Even when the Nigerian government were recycling Boko Haram and ISIS members and herdsmen and putting them uniform on as their new soldiers and their new, military in uniform, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kicked against it. So they went and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. And the people that did that still, includes the Nigerian government and the Southeastern politicians. They gathered. They went and they kidnapped him, and they brought him home back to Nigeria. And up to today, even when the court of Nigeria, all of them have said, let him go, that he is innocent, they still hold him incommunicado over there. His health has been failing him. Everything has been going everything has been going wrong, and then they still hold him. And then Biafrans were waiting. When he was kidnapped, we were not informed. Nobody knew. All we know that we saw him the day they paraded him in Nigeria. So whoever knew the first time that he was kidnapped, for the 2 weeks we were informed that they tortured him in Kenya. We did not know about that until he was paraded in Nigeria. And after he was kidnapped and rendition back to Kenya, from Kenya back to Nigeria, and then the people that he put in charge, the DOS and their associates, they went to sleep. They went to sleep. Nobody said anything. Nobody talked. Even the wife of our leader, Mrs. Uchechi Okukano, she also went to sleep. Nobody heard from her. The people that started the initial, because after the DOS went to sleep, DOS gave order that everybody should calm down. That everybody should calm down. Nobody should talk. People were confused because the first day, the second day, the third day, they are going into 1 week and so. And they said, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down, until the reaction time was even cooled off, like somebody pour ice water on it. And then the Biafran women in United States, under the leadership of Mrs. Bridget Okafor at that time, we started agitating. We went to the IPOB radios. We went to Mazi Alozier's broadcast. We went to Mr. Peter's broadcast. We went to Simon Ekpa's broadcast. We started agitating. We said, what is going on? And even the night the first brought him to the court, we had a vigil, the Biafran women in USA. We started those agitation, and then people started, looking into it. As time goes on, the DOS were still sleeping. All the Igbo leaders were sleeping. They say everybody should calm down. Everybody should calm down. As if they have they took away a chicken, a small chick, and say, everybody go away, don't talk. And that's what started this other kinds of agitation and movement. And today, the DOS is still sleeping. They're still telling us to calm down because nothing happened. Even the time we started the agitation among the, the women, when we called Chike Doziem, all of you saw what happened on the interview with Chike Doziem that went viral. Before that time, we also spoke with Chinasa Nworu. We spoke to Mazi Ofoma. We spoke to them. And none of them knew what happened. And they are next in command to our leader. None of them knew what happened. And all of them saw him in Nigeria, just like myself saw him. And they still claim that they are next to him. They are in charge. So after that, people started asking, what are we going to do? And that's how the Umuada group and all those things started coming up, because we have a lot of metamorphoses that led to where we are today. For those people who do not know what we went through and where we stand. That's how the autopilot came out. That's how the Umuada Biafra Worldwide came out. That's why the other kinds of Umuada spring out here and there. And everybody was still agitating for the release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm just giving you the background of this before I come to Mrs. Uchechi Okwu Kanu. So maybe she was still sleeping, because I'm not judging her. Whatever made her to, go into the hide when her husband was kidnapped and did not, say anything, maybe that's for protection, because she has our leaders' children, and she has to also protect them, because you cannot allow her to, when the children's father is taken away, the mother also have to be protective of her children. Therefore, for that reason, I have never had any reason to doubt her. I've never had any reason to, look her way or to castigate her. Even when the Umuadidu under Nele Ofewu came hard on her, I was one of the people that, fought for her and made sure that people leave her alone. And then, why am I sending her this message today? Because she is now trying to, somebody who has been quiet since her husband was kidnapped, tortured, and taken back to Nigeria by force against his will, who never came out when things were fresh to scream and say, my husband, I need my husband, whom we have also protected and say, okay, nobody should talk about her. Everybody should give her a break, because she has suffered even for the shock and for everything. We have done that. But now, Mrs. Kanu has come out to start throwing stones left and right. I'm telling her today that if I were you, I will never be you, and you can never be me, Mrs. Uchechi Okwu Kanu. The advice I will give you is that since you have chosen the path of keeping quiet, you should continue to keep quiet and maintain neutral level. Do not let anybody to confuse you. Do not let anybody to use you for politics. Do not let anybody to bring you out to start vomiting what you will like to vomit, or even if you're under duress. Because we know that sometimes people can be under duress to say what they don't want to say. But I believe that if you keep staying out of the camera and out of the broadcast and out of everything, the way you have been, you will be okay. But if you really, really love your husband and you really, really say you are a Biafran, you have to maintain neutrality. Park your car somewhere and rest. Allow people who are fighting for this freedom to continue to fight. I heard what you said, that anybody that is not following what the DOS and their group are saying, because those are the ones your husband left in charge, that if we are not following them, therefore We are not fighting for your husband. We are not fighting for your husband alone, my dear. Your husband is a Biafra. We are fighting for our Biafra liberation. We are fighting for our Biafra freedom. But your husband is the leader of a movement in Biafra. And we will not let her, excuse me, we will not let him to be forever in the detention. The Nigerian system, their court said, release him, he is innocent. Why are you not screaming for the release of your husband? Why are you after the people who are doing something else? Your husband has been inside that detention for 2 years plus. It's more than 2 years. June this year made it 2 years. That was last month. So you should be screaming and say, if you don't want the seat at home, release my husband. If you do not want the seat at home, release my husband. And if you do not want people to agitate, release my husband. That's the kind of voice you should be, telling out. Because when you forget everything about your husband, you are saying, oh, if you're doing something, if you're doing this, you're not fighting for my husband. And your husband is our leader. Bear that in mind. My cousin was gunned down 6 weeks ago. Everybody heard that because I made a broadcast about that. And you know how many people that have been gunned down in my own community alone? People were gunned down in my community because they are Biafrans. Those people are human beings. So do not say you are not fighting for my husband. You are fighting for your husband and other Biafrans, not only for your husband. So even if your husband come out today and say he is no longer a Biafra, we will still continue to fight for Biafra. You better get that in. Get that in your brain. Uwazurike fought, and at a point he said he's no longer fighting for Biafra. He's now won Nigeria. But what happened? You see, your husband came up with other people, and they are fighting for Biafra. We are not Nigerians. The way you are talking as a Nigeria, the Nigeria that your husband denounced Nigeria. Why are you sounding the way you are sounding? When Nelson Mandela was arrested, captured, and taken into custody for the Western world, Winnie Mandela fought from day one. She had children too. She had people, little ones with her. But Winnie Mandela never went to sleep for one day. She fought for her husband. She did not care what people were saying. She did not care who is on the road. She crushed left and right until her husband was released. And you have people fighting for your husband, and you want to do what? You want to make a caricature for yourself. Please, I do not want to, I will never get into issue with you, but if you get into issue with me, you will hear my voice. Today, I just come out to say, Kage kwanyere onwe gị ugwu. Uchechi Okwu Kanu kwanyere onwe gị ugwu. Maka onye monwe ka rice ụmụaka bụrụ ya. I will never support for anybody to start insulting you, but do not insult us first. Because what you are doing now, you are insulting people. And whoever that is putting you in this way to insult people, that person is not helping you at all. So I will first of all, play some of the things you are saying. We are not criminals. Point of correction. We are not criminals. We are Biafrans. We are fighting for our ancestral homeland. The Nigerian government has brought the herdsmen from all across the world, from Futajelon, from Mali, from Somalia, from Sudan, from upper part of Nigeria, that's the north, and push them to the east to replace us and take our land. Our forefathers did not allow that to happen. And for us to be alive and allow people to come and take over our land, that will be abomination. We will not allow it to happen. So I'm trying to let you know that when you are calling criminals, we are not the criminals, and we are not the ones killing people. If you need the criminals, go to Hope Uzodinma. You see them, you know them. You know them, you know them. Why are you trying to, sugarcoat something? And instead of accusing the people that are holding your husband, you are looking around to accuse the Biafrans. Don't be an ungrateful element. Please, do not be an ungrateful element. Because you are fighting the people that are fighting for your husband. It's a no-no. I will play some part of what you said so that to let people know that I know what I'm talking. I listen to you. I will not play all of them because I saw that it has other things that followed it. I will play some part of it for them to hear your voice and hear what you are saying. Then we take it from there, because you see people fighting for the release of your husband, and you are here, trying to make them as if they are the ones holding your husband. You don't do that to people. And for those of them that are pushing you to come and make this kind of nonsensical broadcast, how about
Swindon here in the UK with our brothers and sisters. That was over Zoom. I made mention of their tenacity, your dedication and sacrifice. I want to commend you all. I want to specifically appreciate IPOBians in Biafra land. I don't think I have specially appreciated our brothers and sisters in Biafra land, but today permit me to do that. Without your tenacity in upholding the forefront of this movement in our land, there will be no movement.
I'm so grateful that you realize that without the people on the ground, without the IPOB members on the ground, without the Biafran people on the ground, without the sons and daughters of Biafrans on the ground, that all these things will be nonsense. They have the resilience. They are doing what they're supposed to do. And this is how many years? After 2 years, your husband was kidnapped and has been tortured and has been under detention in the DSS. This is the first time you remembered to thank the people that have been putting pressure all over the land in order to release your husband. Well, I thank you for at least, it says it's better to be late than never. So at least you have been able to come back and say thank you to the people. Yeah, we heard you and we continue to listen to you.
In essence, what we are fighting for will be established in Biafra land. So your immense contribution to the struggle, both financially and otherwise, especially the principal officers back home who have lost their businesses, lost their homes as a result of their commitment to the struggle. I say well done. And I pray that Chukwokike will, because of what we are passing through, the injustice and hatred being meted upon us, will hearken to our cry and give us Biafra. He said,
yes, When we are thanking people for losing their finance, losing their job, losing for everything, we must not forget to also remember our family members that have lost their whole family for this. I remember the woman in the people in I think Panta in Okigwe side and Abia State, who went to, to follow their friend for wedding ceremony. And then on their way back, Ebu Bago and the Nigerian government slaughtered all of them. A woman lost 3 children, 3 of her sons, and the next day she died. That's a whole generation closed there. So some people, those things have happened. And other places, you have seen people who lost 1 or 2 children, who lost a father, a mother, or anything of that nature. Those people, those things are all sacrifices, huge sacrifices. And we must not let them down. That's why Biafra must be restored. Biafra is not for one person, Biafra is for all of us. Because without the restoration of peace and the tranquility in our land, we will not have peace. And in order to do that, all the Fulani headers, Hausa headers, and their cabals that are inhibiting our land, they must be chased out of our land. They have to go because they are killing us, they are slaughtering us, and we will not allow them to slaughter us. That's the major reason our Ali Boneja Bayera, because we have all these invaders in our land.
Please, Biafrans back home, freedom fighting does not entail criminality. I would like to use this very moment to speak on this criminality going on in our land. There is no country gotten under criminality. I don't know if there is any. Please let me know. In fact, there is nothing under the face of a sun gotten under criminality that will ever be sustained, nor stand, nor succeed. IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not and have never indulged in terrorism and criminality. So any IPOB member who is involved in any criminal act should know that they are outside of IPOB umbrella, and they are among the principalities and powers against the IPOB movement. When I talk about sacrifice, dedication, and loyalty, you must know. Please, Biafrans back home, freedom fighting does not entail criminality. I would like to use this very moment to speak these two now and.
Okay, that go there and stop. I don't know if they chopped it and repeated it. So she's calling about criminality and about the criminality. Any Biafra freedom fighting that indulges in criminal acts is not doing the right thing. I do not support criminality in the freedom fighting. But anybody that come to kill our people, we kill the person first. That's not criminal. It's only the tree that will have an axe under it that we use to be chop it off. And you allow that axe to stay on you and they start chopping you until you are chopped off. But a human being, if you know that somebody is coming to kill you, if you can kill that person first, to kill the person first, it's not criminal act. The international law protects you. The Western law protects you. The Nigerian law protects you. The Southeastern of Nigerian law protects you. The state's law protects you. And the local law protects you. Even the kindred law protect you. You are protected. If somebody coming to kill you, if you don't kill them first, they will kill you. So if you are standing and somebody have a gun on you, if you have a gun, you can gun the person first, do it, because the person pointed gun at you. And if somebody come with a machete, with a long machete in that to want to cut you, and if you have your own machete longer than that person's own, you can cut the person off. You are in your house. We are talking that we are in our house in southeastern region, in our houses, even in the entire old eastern region, because the entire old eastern region is Biafra. And you are in your house and somebody come to kill you. Where else can you go? If you can kill the person first, kill them. They are in your house to kill you. That's not criminality. Mrs. Uchechi Okukanu, if you're talking about criminality, call on Hope Uzodimma. Call on Okezi Ikpeazu. Call on Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. Call on Nyesom Wike. Call on Dave Umahi. Call on all of them. Even Chukwuma Soludo. All of them. They're all there. You know them. Why are you, side-wording something? We are not criminals. We are the ones in our house, and these people are bringing invaders to kill us, to chase us away, to take our land and put us on the IDP camp. IDP camp, your husband talked about it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu refused for the Biafrans to go to IDP camp when they are in their own homes. He said, defend your land. Defend your land. Defend your land. And then he said, the last time the OPK, the trumpet sounded, he sounded the trumpet, and he told us that we have crossed the Rubicon. Even if he is not there, that we must achieve Biafra. We are running to achieve Biafra. Do not call us criminals. Maybe you were there with our leader, but you were not listening to him. You didn't know his preachings. He told us not to allow invaders to come and take over our place. And for the people you call faceless, sometimes when people talk, they don't remember what they are saying. Who are the people that you are calling faceless? Our faces are here all over in the internet. But you, how many times have you shown your face? So before anybody can say anything, that person is supposed to stand in a mirror first. Look at yourself inside and out and know which way you stand. Because for people calling others faceless and telling them you are this, you are that, when that person's own face is not where it's supposed to be, then that's not a good thing. I did not want to make this broadcast today too long, but I wanted to let you know, number one, when we say the Biafra anthem and we say rise of the rising sun, we are talking about Biafra. Biafra is for all of us. Biafra is our home. Biafra is not for one person. America have had how many presidents come and go? At least they have 46 of them. When you come and reign, you move. When you come and reign, you move. Nigeria has had how many presidents since they were created by the British? Biafra has had leaders, even from our eternal father, Odumegwu Ojukwu. He has come. At a point, he went to exile. Other people took over. And then that's the way it has trickled until it comes to your husband. So your husband is also our leader. And we are fighting for him today because our leader is in the DSS dungeon. We do not want him to stay there forever. So we want him to be released. And if there is anything, any stumbling block on the road that we can push it this way, push it that way, and help them to bring him out, we will do it. Okay, yes, you are fighting for your husband now, huh? When did you know that your husband was kidnapped from Kenya? When? Did you raise alarm? And for almost a year, nobody heard your voice. Until after about 8 months to 9 months, before you made the first broadcast radio thing. And maybe this is the third time you have come out since 2 years plus. Your husband was kidnapped. Some people are holding the ground to make sure that he is safe. If there is nothing good in your mouth to say, you keep neutral. Keep neutral. What we are saying is that our leader said, whatever you have to do to bring this Biafra, do it. Now that our leader is inside, whatever we can do to bring him out, we have to do it. Don't come here and tell us what. Your husband denounced Nigeria and you are working with Nigeria. Is that what you are trying to tell us? DOS, Chike Doziem knew. Chike Doziem knew when Nanya, not Nanya, please forgive me. Chike Doziem knew when Rita Eze, Madam Oyibo, and Nelly Ofebu took away 749,000 American dollars. And put it in another way. Chike Doziem kept his mouth because Abba Eke, and when the thing started flying up and down, he don't know what to do anymore. Chike Doziem knew that the Umeri around the account was wrong. And he broadcast it. He told us to go there. That's the person you are working with. Mrs. Okukano, please, if you do not know what to say, respect yourself. Allow us to fight for our brother. Allow us to fight for our freedom of Biafra. And when we are fighting for freedom of, stop saying, oh, if you are not doing what DOS say, you are not fighting for my husband. Your husband is our leader, quite all right. But we are fighting for Biafra. And all Biafrans that are incarcerated, there are thousands of them everywhere, and millions have died and continue to die. So it's not just your husband. We are fighting for all of them, and for us and our future generation. Don't let them use you. You better go and sit down and work from the underground like you have been working, if at all you are working. That's what I came out today to tell you. And do not call people faceless. We are not faceless, so we are not faceless because we are not faceless. Because if you keep going that way you are going, it will not be good. Because this time around, I just came to give that advice. But if you continue insulting Biafrans, it will not be good. Okay? Do not allow them to use you. Because if you continue allowing them to use you, and then you insult Biafrans. If you insult them, whatever you see, you take. Whatever you see, you take. So that's what we are trying to tell you. Okay?
Meregiri bogule, waja kono mogo. Meregiri bogule, waja kono mogo. Okela tara some hula, hula le pasola miwe. Okela tara some hula, hula le pasola miwe. Wemera mati wale, eme yibe webewa. Wemera mati wale, eme yibe webewa. Amumali wenimle, hulalo biyambodo. Amumali wenimle, hulalo biyambodo.
Okay, Natarazum. Ihunani Asuela Niwe. Anybody that do not support the agitation for Biafra freedom and for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, please park one side. Park one side. Because we are fighting for our freedom, our Biafra restoration, and the freedom of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. who was kidnapped from Kenya and renditioned back to Nigeria for more than 2 years, and everybody has said, release him, he is innocent. All the courts of appeal, court of justice, court of local and state have said, release him, he is innocent. And people are holding him. So release him, release him, release him. Thank you.